Hey everyone, welcome to the next episode of the Sidetrack Parent. I'm Christy Vacchio. Thank you for joining us. And today we are going to be talking about moving with the special needs child. So, unfortunately, this is something that our family has gotten very good at over the years. We have moved many, many times. I cannot even count on my hands the number of times that we have moved. In some ways, it has been an adventure, and in other ways, it's very frustrating every time we have to move. But we are finally in our forever home, and happy to say that we are getting very close to settling in. You can see in my office that we are still kind of a little bit in a construction zone with the office, but I have an office, which is nice. Dan built this beautiful office for me, and he's built his own little sanctuary area in the basement as well. So we both have a little bit of an area to do our thing, do our hobbies that we like to do. So we're just kind of in a construction zone right now. But that being said, there's a couple of things that I wanted to talk about with special needs parenting and what it takes to move a special needs family. Because when it comes to moving a regular family, it's difficult. I know because I grew up moving all of my life. My dad was a minister of music. We moved so many times when I was a kid. And our family got really good at packing and what I call Tetrising. When Tetris came out in the 90s, I was like, oh yeah, I'm really good at this because I've been moving all my life. But so I'm really good at doing the packing and filling up the U-Haul and getting everything in very tightly so that you can make the most of your space that you have in a U-Haul van, and got very good at using yard sales and now Facebook Marketplace to get rid of stuff. But that being said, when you have a special needs kid or two or more, moving takes on a whole level of difficulty that a normal, or let's just say a typically developing child does not necessarily, the parents don't necessarily have to think about, because it's just so many new things that you have to think about, so many new concerns that you have to take into consideration when you're even looking for a house. One of the things that we had to take into consideration with this move was the fact that we were moving in the same city, but even though we were moving in the same city, there are so many school districts in this area that we had to make sure that the kids were going to be able to stay in the school that we had placed them in. Because they're not in their neighborhood school, we actually have them placed in a what they call alternative setting, because they just are not successful in the neighborhood schools. We've tried it off and on throughout the years, and basically they are in an alternative setting, and they're doing well. Katie is doing really well. Andy still has still has a way to go, but he's doing well where he is right now. And we didn't want to lose that progress that we had made over the last few months and have to move to a new alternative school setting, because in all honesty, the school is closer to this house that we ended up moving into. And so we wanted to make sure that the new school district was going to honor the IEP and honor that setting as we moved. So that was one of the things that we had to consider, was before we could even put a contract in on a house, the one thing that we had to do was call the district and say, hey, we have two special needs kids, we're putting in a contract on a house, and wanted to make sure that you would be willing to accept the IEP as it is and keep our kids in this alternative school setting that they are already in. So luckily, the school district that we moved to, or that we put a contract in on the house, they were very willing to work with us, and everything has been smooth. The only thing that we don't have in place yet is busing, and that's fine for right now. We're just taking the kids, and we'll get that into place as soon as possible. But Katie, who is our bus fanatic, is very upset that she cannot ride the bus every morning, and she sees the bus and she sees the kids waiting for the bus, for the regular bus, and she's like, I want to go on the bus. So we just have to have that conversation every day about why she can't ride the bus. And actually her new favorite word is why. Why? So you can't ride the bus today. Why? I don't know, Katie, because they're not ready yet. But anyway, that's the one thing that is not ready yet, is the busing. And so that's been a little bit of a little hump to go over. But other than that, the school transition has been pretty smooth. But if you're moving, say, across country, one of the things that you have to take into consideration, or even if you're moving to a different city, you have to take into consideration that when your child has an IEP, one of the things that may happen is that the school district may not accept the IEP the way it's written. It all just depends on the school district and if they have a setting that will meet the needs of your child. So don't let that frighten you. Don't let that thing that make you think, oh, it's going to be so hard because the school may not accept the IEP. In most situations, if they're not accepting the IEP, it usually has to do with, in our experience anyway, it's usually had to do with school hours, and just the fact that hours might be different, or that they don't have some of the same services offered in the school district, and you might have to go to the like an outside service provider to get ABA therapy, or you might have to go to an outside service provider to get speech therapy or OT or something like that, if it's not offered in the schools. Now, most public schools will offer OT, PT, speech, but not all schools will offer ABA therapy, and that's something that you have to consider in moving. Is that something that you're willing to sacrifice? And we were not, and we wanted to make sure that that was something that our kids still had. So we got lucky in this move, in that we were able to transfer both from the earlier place that we were living last year down here, and they accepted the IEPs and just found the most appropriate place for the kids. And now with Andy, we are just modifying his IEP a little bit so that we can adjust his hours until he's more successful on a full day basis, so that so that everybody's successful. So anyway, I just thought that was important to talk about, because I didn't realize that, if you haven't, it's not like a prescription where if you move from one state to the next, your doctor's wrote a prescription and it gets written the same way in another state. An IEP is written different in every state, and sometimes even within the state, it's written different in some school districts. And so if you're lucky to be in the same school district when you move, by all means go. If not, then just keep in mind that you might have to make some changes or make some slight adjustments to the IEP when you move, until it's time for the annual renewal for the IEP. So one of the things too that we talked about that with our move with our kids is that we didn't allow them to come to all the different little things with us. Like, they didn't come to the walkthrough, they didn't come to the inspection, they didn't come to the signing. Like, we tried to work all of those things around their school hours so that they weren't having a lot of interruptions in their day. And so we tried to work those things around their hours. Guess what, guys? This is our new house.
Go play. Go look. And look around with it.
And check out, oh my gosh, we need to clean these windows. Check out this view.
now?
This
Got
is
your
the
room?
basement where we will probably spend the majority of our time.
This is nice.
Is this your room?
It's nice out.
It's nice.
Yeah.
This is going to be Mommy's office.
The sun's going down.
I know the sun is going down. We got a nice view. Look, nice view of the mountains. At the office. What do you think?
It is perfect.
Is perfect?
Is that a closet?
Katie, what do you think? What do you think, Kate?
Shop.
Shop? You think this is going to be a shop? We'll open that later. We'll open that later. What do you think of the house?
Basement.
Basement.
Nice basement.
Yeah, it's a basement.
Where's your stairs?
I know.
Stairs are around the other side.
Yeah.
What do you think, Dad?
Nice.
What bouncy ball?
Hey, look, what do you see out?
Mountains.
Mountains. We have a mountain view.
Wait for truck get here, right?
You got a truck be here on Wednesday. Look, we got a mountain view.
That's cool. Do you like your room?
Huh?
Do you like your room?
Yeah, I like your room. Do you like your room?
Where does the sun go down?
Yeah, we're gonna watch the sun go down behind the mountains. You like that?
All right, can you get the chair? Can I grab a chair?
Yeah, we'll get some chairs on Wednesday. You ready to be here, huh?
Oh my God, not another move.
Mel, what's wrong? Mel. Where's your bed? Did your bed disappear? Mel. First day in the house. Just got the moving truck unloaded and it is snowing outside. Albeit it is snow flurries, but it's snow. We're excited. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving and we are going to be sleeping in the house tonight. And we are enjoying a little bit of snow today. Exciting. So this is what the before looks like of the office. It is a disaster. Lots and lots of cabinets. And a closet. And a little section right here that might hold something. I don't know. We'll figure that out. There's a lot. Those are all upper cabinets. So those will actually go up on the wall. And I'm still trying to decide if I want to put those bottom basement cabinets on that wall or if I want to put them on this wall and put the upper cabinets up here with my bookcases on either side. And then my desks over here. Don't know yet. Still trying to decide. That light has to go though.
I claim the seat.
First day waking up in the house, and this is our view of Cheyenne Mountain. It is gorgeous. You can kind of see NORAD if you look very closely. That is our view. That is our gorgeous view out of our living room.
Cheer.
Andy, what are you doing? Say it again. Say it again, Andy.
Cheer.
Say damn.
Damn. Cheer.
Not damn, shoot, say, damn, look at that view.
Say it, Andy. Say damn, look at that view.
Damn, look at that view.
What do you have, Andy? What's out that window?
The fan?
See mountains
Mountains.
and a star house.
Are you excited about the mountain house?
I did. Can I open the window?
No, let's do it when it's closed. Look at that, Andy, look. Andy, look. Look at that.
No. They're huge.
They're huge?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Look at the star house.
Where?
Right there.
Oh, I see, there is a star house. Yes.
Where's the star house? Let's see. Where's the star house?
Right there.
Oh, I see it. Yep.
Beside the first stars.
Yeah.
Are you excited? The yard is in disarray, but.
So another thing that I wanted to talk about was when you're moving into a new house, especially with kids who are elopers like ours, who like to
Elopers.
escape. Yes, who like to escape like Katie. The first thing you have to do is you have to think of safety and how you can keep the house safe and keep them inside and not running off. Because the very first thing that happened, the very first day that we moved in, Katie
Went across next door and visited the next door neighbors. Basically almost went in their house.
Yes. So Katie's already met the neighbors,
Yes.
who are moving, actually. We're going to have some new neighbors soon. But anyway, she, the very first day, escaped. So that was the very first thing that we had to do, was we had to go down to Lowe's and get...
And spend a small fortune in locks and, and then we have so many keys to so many locks. I don't know what.
We lost the locks. We lost the keys to the locks.
We have. I just went through, unloaded my shop, and I must have found, Jesus, 20 locks with no keys.
With no keys. I've got a key in here. I wonder what it's to.
I have a key too. I don't know what it's to, but
But yes, we pretty much have to lock everything up with her, especially the outdoor, anything that goes to the outdoors, because she will escape and she will go just down the street.
she is Houdini. She can figure out how to pick a lock.
She figures them all out. We have those locks now that are the kind of, you have to use like the flathead screwdriver.
Yeah, but she figured
to
those
open
out.
up. She hasn't figured them out. She figured them out in the house that
You know,
we lived
I
in
hope she figured them
Ohio.
out. She just
But
doesn't see us do the knife thing
Here,
yet. at the door.
she hasn't figured it out quite yet. I have a feeling it's coming, but we've been here just a couple of weeks, so it'll probably be very soon, but she'll be figuring that
She'll
stuff out.
figure that out.
So Dan will probably be putting a lock on my office because we're going to be putting quite a bit of like the dangerous stuff in here, like, scissors and medicine.
Yeah, you cleaned out my shop today for the scissors.
He was like, I'm done with my shop, and he opens up all of his drawers, and there's a scissors in this drawer. There's another drawer that has scissors.
Yes, I know.
It was like 3 drawers that had scissors. I was like, honey, no.
Yeah, so all the scissors are gone. And
All the scissors are now up high so that she can't get to them yet. Anyway, but and my office door, we lock right now, but like I said, she'll probably figure that out pretty soon. So we've got to get a regular lock on that door. It's sad that we have to lock everything up, but she has no. If you have a kid,
There was one thing with the escaping.
yeah,
And we had no cable, no iPads.
that's true.
The big move. It's just been a.
Yeah, we didn't have any internet.
I
for
sound
the
so
first-
thrilling tonight in my voice.
He's tired.
I've been nonstop balls of the wall for 2 weeks.
Yes, 2 weeks.
Between the shop, locks, iPads,
Putting in floors,
putting in floors,
putting in cabinets.
ADT coming out to put in a security system.
Yes, we do have a security system now.
Mel
so-
the cat, who's been neglected.
Yeah, poor Mel.
It's been a rough.
But it
Rough 2
definitely,
weeks.
that's one thing that we've been having to figure out and it's just like, it's like this everywhere we move. We have to figure out new ways to keep her safe, like new things that we can do to keep the scissors safe, keep the medicine safe. She doesn't really get into the medicine
Keep Mel
too
safe.
much. Keep Mel safe because
If Mel was here right now, and I get a close up of his ear, she did take scissors to him and put a V mark in his ear, V for victory, cut his ear off. So.
Cut his ear one time. But we have to figure out different things to keep safe. We haven't figured out the pantry yet because she goes in there and that's one of those battles that we just have decided not to.
Well, at least at my age,
fight.
because I'm up, every night peeing at my age, at least early in the morning, at least I catch her. We kind of like ships passing.
That could be a diabetes problem too, though.
We can help it. It could be an old age problem, but
Yeah.
it's two ships passing in the night.
Yeah.
And I'm
He's up.
Titanic, and she's the iceberg. And
There was one night you got up and you were in the kitchen and she came in and saw you and like,
yeah, turn around.
Turn around.
Good night, Dad.
oh, never mind, good night.
Right back to her
Yeah.
room. So,
Yeah.
it's been Andy.
Interesting, but we did.
They're
That was
having
another
Andy
thing.
down here low.
Yeah, that was another thing that we had to decide too,
Hard.
because we're in a split level home where it's literally two bedrooms upstairs and two bedrooms down,
downstairs.
and we had to decide, okay, are we going to put both kids downstairs or both kids upstairs and us downstairs? It was a battle that we kind of fought for a while, and finally we decided that Andy is the one that doesn't get up at night on his own. We have to get him up and change his sheets and
But it's still
all that
it
kind
was
of stuff,
still a
but-
hard time for me to sleep because knowing that he
Yeah.
was down here in a basement, in a little
By
room
himself,
by
yeah.
himself with a window.
it was a little scary the first
Once I
few
got the
nights.
security system in, I can sleep easier at night.
Yeah,
But
because we can lock it down at night, and if at least if he opens his window, we know,
Yeah.
that he's going to be.
at least the alarm will go
The
off.
alarm will
Or
go off.
if somebody in the neighborhood is trying to break in, at least we'll know
Yeah.
because the alarm system's in and
Right.
it was a good deal. But
That was
I feel
definitely a
better about that. But Katie, the lockpicker, the locksmith,
Katie the lockpicker, yes,
the locksmith.
little Houdini that we have.
It's gonna be. I mean, even the other day she was helping out in the garage, pick
Yeah.
up all the boxes.
Uh huh.
I was like, "Where's Katie?" Oh, she's fast. She's wandering down the road. You gotta get her.
Yeah, we actually, and that's another thing is like we had to, and we're in the process of working with our one of our coordinators who helps us with the waivers here in Colorado and trying to get the fence complete in our house because it doesn't go all the way around the backyard and there's like one little spot that she can just get out, so there's no point in having the fence honestly because it doesn't contain anything except for I guess the back neighbors, but
Yeah.
so we've
So
got
get the
to
side
we've got to
fence
get
in.
the side fence finished because we were in the backyard looking and just
And
kind
then
of
we can buy 2 more locks to lock
Yeah.
the gates.
and have more keys
And have more keys.
and
then
lose more keys.
And wonder, what's this lock go to? What's this lock
Yeah.
go to?
And Katie will find the keys and then she'll just run off with them and it's just like, where'd the key go? I don't know. So we got to figure out systems for that. But that's the thing is like, as many times as we've moved, we've figured out these little idiosyncrasies as we've moved every time. Things to do, people to call, checking with the school districts to make sure that everything is going to be smooth and we're still waiting on busing. But, other than that, it's been a pretty
Other
smooth
than that,
transition.
things have smoothed down. It was a rough week because we did, like I said, we did not have the cable in.
Yeah.
And
We didn't have internet for a week. And
Which
that
is
was
still a
difficult.
disaster because it still keeps blanking out and the kids wondering, why is my iPad out?
Yeah.
Why is my iPad out?
Now we've got to look at possibly a different internet provider because this one is not working out very well.
Just blanking in and out.
Yeah.
Mel?
That's the cat you hear back there.
Yeah, Mel's behind me.
He's
Mel.
underneath my chair figuring out what's under there.
Oh, he's found something. Okay.
Anyway, but that's it. If you have any suggestions on moving for other people, let us know. Put it in the comments, and please share this with your friends and other special needs families. And hit the subscribe button below, and we'll see you on our next video. You have anything else to say?
No, I'm gonna go on the couch and go suck on my phone because I'm tired and I'm beat up and I'm sore
And
and so
bye, old man.
bye, old lady.
All right, guys. See you next time.